The primary way that we want to achieve this at runtime, this idea of zero trust and implementing this, mitigating what an actor can do, is the idea, and this is something that again we're introducing in this SP, of identity-based segmentation or zero trust segmentation. And the idea is that, with network segmentation, and if we went all the way to the extreme of microsegmentation, then we're, creating network boundaries around potentially every individual workload, right? We want to do the same thing at the identity level. So we want every single workload to have an authenticatable runtime identity, cryptographically verifiable is the way we would say that. For example, something like SPIFFE, and SPIFFE tokens are a good way to do that. The identities need to be based on the service itself, what are the applications that are communicating, but also the user and device that are doing that communication. So it's not enough just to have a user identity. It's not enough just to have a device certificate. It's not enough to be the right application. We want to make an authorization decision based on all of those things. The example that I like to give is that suppose we have a developer building a system, right? The development builds that they built on their local PC deployed into production should not be able to act as the production workload. By the same token, the production build should not be able to be deployed onto the developer laptop with an act like production, right? And so in both cases, we want to take into account who's doing it, what's doing it, and where it's happening. There was a question if we'll share the slides. We will make these available as well after the fact. We can definitely do that. And I'm sorry, one other piece that is key here, we want them to not be based on network parameters because, as we'll touch on in just a second here, and I think a lot of the folks in this kind of a call hopefully are aware, in cloud native world, things are highly dynamic. In a Kubernetes cluster, things change. VMs auto scale regularly. That's one of the perks of cloud. And so it becomes hard to write policy based on network primitives because of the dynamism of the system. That's why authenticatable runtime identities are what we want instead.